Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you one simple question. Do you stop speaking English because you feel your words are too simple? Many English learners do this every single day. They know some English. They understand English. But when it is time to speak, they stop. They pause. They stay silent. Because a small voice inside their head says, "My English is too simple." People will laugh. I need better words. I need better grammar. So they choose silence. And slowly, that silence becomes a habit. Do you think confident English means big grammar and difficult words? This is one of the biggest lies English learners believe. Confidence does not come from big words. Confidence does not come from perfect grammar. Confidence comes from clarity. Confidence comes from courage. Many people around the world speak English with mistakes, but they still sound strong, clear, and confident. Because they speak without fear. What if I tell you that simple words can make you sound confident, clear, and powerful? Think about real life. When you are tired, when you are emotional, when you are in a hurry, do you use difficult words? You use simple words. And people still understand you. Simple English is not weak English. Simple English is real English. It connects people. It carries feelings. It delivers messages clearly. Most beginners believe they must first learn everything, and only then they can speak. But the truth is different. You learn by speaking. You grow by trying. You become confident by using simple words again and again. Waiting for perfect English is like waiting for the perfect time. It never comes. Stay with me till the end, because today I will show you how simple English can change the way you speak forever. In this video, you will understand why simple words are your strength, not your weakness. You will learn how confidence is built step by step. And most importantly, you will feel lighter, freer, and more ready to speak English without fear. If you have ever felt shy, scared, or small while speaking English, this video is for you. This is not about becoming perfect. This is about becoming brave. This is about opening your mouth and trusting your voice. Because when you start believing in simple English, confidence starts believing in you. Chapter 1: Why confidence matters more than perfect English. Most English learners are silent. Not because they don't know English, but because they are afraid. Afraid of making mistakes. Afraid of wrong grammar. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of sounding foolish. Inside their mind, they know many words. They understand sentences. They can read. They can listen. But when it is time to speak, something stops them. Their heart beats faster. Their voice becomes weak. Their mind says, "Not now. You are not ready." And slowly, they choose silence again and again. This silence is not because of low knowledge. This silence is because of low confidence. Here is the truth that many learners never hear. Confidence comes before correctness, not after. You do not become confident because your English is perfect. Your English becomes better because you are confident enough to use it. Waiting for perfect English is like waiting for a perfect life before living. It does not work. Confidence is not a reward you get at the end. Confidence is the road you must walk from the beginning. Think about this situation. You are alone, and you are thinking in English. The words are there. The sentences are there. You feel fine. But the moment someone stands in front of you and asks a question in English, your voice changes. Your mouth feels dry. Your mind goes blank. Suddenly, the same words disappear. This happens to millions of learners. Not because they forgot English, but because fear entered the room. Fear has the power to block your voice. People around the world do not respect perfect grammar. They respect clear and confident speakers. In real life, nobody is checking your tenses. Nobody is counting your mistakes. People listen to your message. They feel your confidence. They notice your calm voice and eye contact. A confident speaker with simple English is always more powerful than a silent learner with perfect grammar. Look at real-life examples. A shopkeeper who speaks broken English but talks confidently sells more. A traveler who uses simple words but speaks without fear makes friends easily. A worker who speaks basic English but speaks clearly gets respect. These people are not English professors. They are not perfect speakers. But they speak. They try. And because they try, they grow. Their confidence opens doors that grammar books cannot. Now listen carefully to this emotional truth. Your silence is costing you opportunities. Every time you stay quiet because you are afraid of mistakes, you lose a chance to grow. You lose a chance to be seen. You lose a chance to be heard. Silence feels safe, but it slowly steals your confidence. Days become months. Months become years. And one day, you realize you know English, but you cannot speak it freely. Fear, shame, and comparison are silent enemies. Fear tells you, you are not good enough. Shame tells you, others are better than you. Comparison tells you, look how fluent they are. These thoughts slowly kill your speaking confidence. The more you compare, the smaller you feel. The more you feel small, the more silent you become. And the more silent you become, the harder speaking feels. But here is the good news. Confidence is not talent. Confidence is a skill. And skills can be learned. You were not confident when you first walked. You were not confident when you first spoke your native language. You fell. You made mistakes. But you kept trying. And one day, confidence came naturally. English is the same. The problem is not your English. The problem is the pressure you put on yourself. This is why simple English is so powerful. Simple words reduce pressure. Simple sentences reduce fear. When you speak simply, your brain feels safe. When your brain feels safe, your voice becomes calm. And when your voice is calm, confidence appears. This is the main idea you must remember. Simple words plus a calm voice create confident English. You do not need to impress people. You need to express yourself. You do not need to sound perfect. You need to sound honest. Confidence grows when you stop trying to be perfect and start trying to be real. Every confident speaker you see today was once a beginner who decided to speak despite fear. By the end of this chapter, remember this one thing deeply in your heart. Confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is something you practice. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, confidence grows a little. And that little growth, repeated daily, can change the way you speak English forever. Chapter 2. The Power of Simple Words in Real-Life English. Many English learners believe that to speak well, they must know thousands of words, complex phrases, and difficult grammar. They think that only big, impressive words make someone sound intelligent in English. But this is a myth. In real life, native speakers use simple words every single day. They do not think about showing off their vocabulary. They think about communicating clearly. Words like good, want, help, like see, go, are used millions of times every day by confident speakers. And these simple words carry their message perfectly. Imagine talking to a shopkeeper. You want to buy something. You say, "I want this one, please." Nothing complicated. No big words. No perfect grammar. But the shopkeeper understands you. You are confident. You get what you want. Now think about a traveler asking for directions. Where is the bus station? Again, simple words. Clear message. Effective communication. People often make the mistake of thinking big words equal good English, but the truth is big words do not create clarity. Simple words do. Confident speakers know the power of simplicity. When they speak, their sentences are short, clear, and natural. I like this. Can you help me? I don't know. Let's go. These sentences are simple, but they are strong. They deliver the message without hesitation. They are easy for the brain to process, easy for the mouth to say, and easy for listeners to understand. Big words slow down speech, create pressure, and often make learners afraid to speak. Simple words remove all of that pressure. Here is an emotional truth for you. The words you already know are enough. You already have hundreds of words in your mind. You can make hundreds of sentences. You already have all you need to start speaking confidently. The missing part is not vocabulary. It is courage to use what you know. Many learners feel small because they compare themselves to fluent speakers. But the reality is, fluent speakers succeed because they express simple ideas clearly, not because they use difficult words. Your brain also loves simple words. When you think in English, using simple words allows your mind to speak naturally. Long words or complicated grammar make your brain overthink. Overthinking blocks fluency. Simple words create a flow. They make speaking feel easy. When you say, "I want to eat," instead of trying to say, "I am feeling an urge to consume food," your mind feels calm, your voice is steady, and confidence grows. Always remember, message over grammar. People care about what you say more than how perfectly you say it. A traveler asking, "Bus station where?" may not be perfect, but the message is clear. A learner saying, "I am want go market," has mistakes, but the listener understands, and that is what matters. Real English is about communication, not perfection. Let's look at many real-life scenarios to understand this better. When you introduce yourself, you do not need long sentences. "Hi, I am Ollie. I live in Lahore. I like music." Simple. Confident. When you ask for help, do not complicate. "Can you help me?" is enough. When you share your opinion, keep it simple. "I think this is good." These sentences are easy, natural, and effective. Confidence comes from using words like these with clarity and calmness. Another key point is to stop translating in your mind. Many learners think in their native language and try to convert words into English. This slows down speaking and creates mistakes. Instead, Focus on expressing ideas directly in English. Use the simple words you already know. Speak from your heart. Don't worry about big vocabulary. Don't worry about grammar. The real power is in communicating your message clearly. At the end of this chapter, remember this important truth. You do not need more words. You do not need bigger vocabulary lists. What you need is courage. Courage to use the words you already have. Courage to open your mouth. Courage to speak simple sentences clearly and confidently. Simple words are not weak. They are your strongest tool to express yourself, to be understood, and to grow as an English speaker. If you start today using simple words with confidence, you will realize something amazing. Speaking English will feel natural. Speaking will feel fun. Mistakes will not scare you anymore. Your voice will start to carry power even with small words. And slowly, day by day, you will see that simple English is not just enough. It is the best way to speak confidently in real life. Chapter 3: How to practice speaking confidently with simple English. Everyday confidence in English does not appear magically. It is not something you get from books or vocabulary lists. Confidence is built slowly, step by step, often alone first, before you can show it to the world. Before you speak confidently in front of others, you must practice speaking confidently when no one is watching. This is where many learners make a mistake. They wait for the perfect moment to speak English, the moment when they are sure no one will judge them, or when their grammar is perfect. But the perfect moment never comes. The real way to grow confidence is to start small, start daily, and start now. One of the simplest and most effective ways to practice is to talk to yourself in simple English. Yes, this might feel a little strange at first, but it works like magic. Begin with sentences about your daily life. For example, say aloud, "I am eating breakfast," "I am going to the market," or "I like this song." These sentences are easy, short, and real. You are already using the words you know, and each time you speak them out loud, your voice becomes stronger. Talking to yourself helps your brain connect thoughts with English words, and slowly your mouth learns to move without fear. Another simple habit is to describe your daily actions in English. Whatever you do, say it in English. When brushing your teeth, say, "I am brushing my teeth." When making tea, say, "I am pouring water." When walking, say, "I am going to the shop." This may feel small, but these tiny steps train your brain to think in English naturally. Over time, thinking and speaking in English becomes automatic, and your fear of speaking starts to disappear. The key is practice, not perfection. Mirror practice is another powerful tool. Stand in front of a mirror and speak to yourself. Look at your own face, your own eyes, and practice simple sentences with calmness. For example, say, "I can speak English," or "I am learning every day." When you see yourself speaking, your confidence grows. Your brain begins to accept that speaking English is normal, natural, and safe. Another important tip here is slow speaking. Speak slowly, even if you know the words fast. Slow speech gives your mind time to form sentences, your tongue time to move correctly, and your voice time to sound calm and confident. Remember this: speak slowly. Confidence lives in calm. One of the biggest obstacles learners face is overthinking grammar. Many beginners think, I must say this sentence perfectly, otherwise I will fail. This thought kills confidence instantly. The truth is, mistakes are your best teachers. Every time you make a mistake while speaking, your brain learns. Every wrong word, every missing preposition, every mixed tense helps your English grow. Accept mistakes as part of learning. Speak first. Correct later. Confidence grows when you speak without fear, not when you wait for perfection. Now let's look at a simple daily routine that takes only 1 to 5 minutes. In the morning, you can practice talking about your plan for the day. Today, I will eat breakfast. I will go to work. I will speak to my friend. During a walk, describe your surroundings. The sun is bright. Birds are flying. The shop is closed. At night, talk about your day. I woke up early. I studied English. I enjoyed music. These small moments, repeated daily, add up. They make speaking English a natural habit, and habits are the foundation of confidence. Consistency is more important than perfection. You do not need to speak perfectly for 1 hour. You need to speak every day, even for 5 minutes. 5 minutes daily, repeated every day, builds a strong English voice faster than studying grammar for months without speaking. The power is in daily repetition, small sentences, simple words, and steady courage. Remember this truth deeply. Confidence is built quietly, slowly in private, before it shows in public. Speak to yourself. Speak about your life. Speak in the mirror. Speak slowly. Accept mistakes. Celebrate small victories. Every sentence you speak strengthens your voice. Every day you speak, even a little, you are building a foundation that cannot be shaken. By following these steps, your English begins to flow naturally. You stop translating in your mind. You start thinking in English. You start speaking English without fear. And the small voice that once whispered, "You cannot speak," becomes a confident voice that says, "I can speak, and I will speak." Never forget, small daily practice builds a strong, confident English voice. 1 sentence at a time, 1 minute at a time, you are transforming yourself. Confidence is no longer a dream. It is a daily choice. Speak today. Speak tomorrow. Speak every day. And slowly, step by step, you will speak English confidently with simple words, without fear, without hesitation, and with pride. Chapter 4: How Simple English Builds Strong Confidence in Real Conversations You Have Practiced. You have spoken to yourself. You have described your daily life in English. You have talked in the mirror and embraced mistakes. Now comes the most exciting part, taking your confidence into real conversations. Many learners fear this step because they believe they are not ready. But the truth is, practice has already prepared you. Your voice is stronger than you think. Your brain is already trained to form sentences. The first step is to start small and simple. The first sentence you speak to someone in real life can change everything. Starting a conversation does not require long, perfect sentences. You can begin with a simple greeting, "Hi, how are you?" or "Good morning." Sometimes, even a short sentence like, "Can you help me?" or "I like your bag" is enough. The key is to speak first, not to be perfect. The first sentence is always the hardest, but the moment you say it, something magical happens. Confidence starts to grow. You realize that speaking English is not as scary as you imagined. The silence you feared for so long begins to break. After that first sentence, your mind relaxes. You notice people listening. You notice they understand you. You notice that your mistakes do not matter as much as you thought. This is your first success moment. A small smile, a nod, or a friendly response from someone reinforces your confidence. You feel, I can do this. I am being understood. This is the emotional spike that pushes you forward. Each conversation, no matter how small, becomes a step toward fearless speaking. Confidence is not only about words. Body language, eye contact, and tone matter too. Stand or sit upright. Look at the listener naturally. Smile when appropriate. Speak in a calm, clear tone. Even simple words spoken with confidence and warmth create a strong impression. People focus on your confidence, not your grammar. A person who speaks simply but with courage will always be remembered more than a person who speaks perfectly but timidly. Listeners care about what you convey, not how perfect it is. Let's look at real conversation examples using simple English. Suppose you meet a new colleague. You can say, "Hi, I am Ollie. I just joined this team. Nice to meet you." Short, simple, clear. The person responds. You continue, "Where do you usually have lunch?" The conversation flows naturally. Or imagine you are asking directions. "Excuse me, can you tell me where the bus station is?" The listener understands immediately. You do not need complex sentences. Simple English works in every situation: shopping, traveling, school, work, or meeting friends. Accepting mistakes publicly is part of building confidence. Do not stop speaking because of fear of errors. Every time you speak and make mistakes, your confidence grows. People understand you are learning and most appreciate your courage. Each conversation teaches your brain to adapt, to respond, and to communicate naturally. Mistakes are no longer enemies. They are teachers. This is a critical shift in your mind. You are speaking, learning, and improving at the same time. Here is a strong emotional moment to remember. Your voice deserves to be heard. Your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings are valuable. They matter. Simple English is not weak. Your courage makes it powerful. Every time you speak in English, even with small words, you are claiming your voice. You are telling the world, I am here. I can communicate. I am not afraid. This moment changes the way you see yourself. By now, you start realizing an important truth. You are not a learner forever. You are a speaker in progress. Every sentence, every conversation, every attempt strengthens your identity. You move from silent hesitation to active participation. You shift from fear to confidence. You begin to trust your voice, your thoughts, and your abilities. Simple English becomes your bridge from practice to real-world communication. You are no longer waiting to be perfect. You are now ready to speak, share, and connect. Every conversation builds a cycle of growth. One successful interaction fuels the next. One brave attempt inspires the next. Confidence grows, not as a sudden leap, but as a series of small victories. Your voice becomes steady, your sentences flow, and your presence feels natural. Simple words, calm delivery, and courage become your signature style. The world begins to see you not as a learner struggling with English, but as a person who speaks with clarity and confidence. Remember, real English is alive in conversations. It is in greetings, in questions, in small talks, in asking for help, and in sharing opinions. You do not need big words or perfect grammar. You need courage, consistency, and simple words delivered with clarity. Every conversation is a chance to grow. Every word spoken is a step forward. And slowly but surely, you become the confident English speaker you have always wanted to be. If this video helped you believe in your English, subscribe to this channel for more simple and real English learning through stories and daily life lessons. Here, we focus on helping you speak confidently using words you already know every single day. Like this video if you now understand that simple words can make you strong, clear, and confident in English. Your voice matters, and simple sentences can open doors you never imagined. Comment below one simple English sentence you will start using today, or just type, "Simple English, strong confidence." Remember this clearly. Confidence is not about perfect grammar or complicated words. Confidence is about speaking what you know, expressing yourself without fear, and showing up every day. Each small step you take builds your voice, your courage, and your ability to communicate. Start today. Speak today. Your English is ready, and so is your confidence.